Let's get started. Start with listening, and then learn new words and practice them in sentences.
Have you ever wondered what a typical day looks like for me? Well, let's start at the very beginning, when the sun's first rays peek over the horizon. As the new day dawns, I shake off the last tendrils of sleep and rise from my bed. Yes, you've guessed it. I'm an early bird, and my day begins at 6 in the morning. After freshening up, I head to the kitchen where the aroma of freshly brewed coffee greets me. As the coffee pours into my cup, I prepare a simple breakfast, usually a bowl of oatmeal with a side of fruit. Nothing too fancy, just a wholesome meal to kickstart my day. As I enjoy my breakfast, I take a moment to appreciate the quiet morning, a calm before the day's hustle and bustle. Once breakfast is done, I clean up and get dressed for the day. And just like that, after my morning routine and breakfast, it's time to head out for the day. Once I'm done with breakfast, I get ready for work. I put on my work clothes, grab my bag, and head out the door. I usually take the bus to work. Sometimes the bus is crowded and noisy, but it's a good chance to look out the window and watch the world go by. I love seeing the city wake up, the streets filling with people, and the sun shining on the buildings. When I reach my workplace, I greet my colleagues and settle into my desk. I switch on my computer and start my workday. My job involves a lot of tasks. Some days, I write reports or answer emails. Other days, I attend meetings or talk to clients. I enjoy my work because it's interesting and keeps me busy. I always have a lot to do, but I make sure to take short breaks to stretch and rest my eyes. Lunchtime is a welcome break in the middle of the day. I usually bring a packed lunch from home and eat with my colleagues. We chat and laugh, and it's a nice way to relax before getting back to work. As the afternoon goes on, I wrap up my tasks for the day. I tidy up my desk, shut down my computer, and say goodbye to my colleagues. After a productive day at work, it's time to head home. After a busy day, I look forward to some downtime at home. As soon as I step through the front door, I'm greeted by the comforting familiarity of my own space. My first task is usually to cook dinner. I enjoy this task as it allows me to express my creativity and nourish my body with wholesome food. Sometimes I prepare a simple meal like spaghetti with tomato sauce. Other times I might try a new recipe or cook a favorite dish from my childhood. The process of chopping, stirring, and seasoning is a calming ritual that helps me transition from the hustle and bustle of the workday to a more relaxed state of mind. After dinner, I like to unwind with a favorite hobby. This could be anything from reading a book to painting, knitting, or playing a musical instrument. These activities not only make me happy, but they also help me to relax and forget about the stresses of the day. They allow me to focus on the present moment and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Spending time with family and pets is another important part of my evening routine. Whether it's playing with the dog, helping the kids with their homework, or simply chatting with my partner about our day, these moments of connection are what make life truly meaningful. Of course, I also take some time to prepare for the next day. This might involve packing a lunch, choosing clothes to wear, or making a to-do list. By doing these tasks in advance, I can save time in the morning and start the day on a positive note. Finally, I try to spend a few minutes in quiet reflection before bed. This might involve writing in a journal, meditating, or simply sitting in silence. It's a chance to check in with myself and process the events of the day. It's a small act, but it makes a big difference in my overall well-being. After dinner, I like to relax and prepare for the next day. Before I go to bed, I have a few things I like to do. The first thing I do is clean up from the day. I like to make sure my living space is tidy, so I pick up any items that are out of place and put them back where they belong. This helps me feel more relaxed and ready for the next day. After that, it's time to take care of myself. I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. I also wash my face to remove any dirt or makeup from the day. This not only keeps my skin healthy, but also signals to my body that it's getting close to bedtime. Next, I like to unwind a little. I might watch a bit of television, but not too much as it can make it harder to fall asleep. Sometimes I prefer to read a book instead. Reading helps me relax and takes my mind off any worries or stresses from the day. Once I've had a chance to unwind, I start preparing for the next day. I look at my schedule and make a list of the things I need to do. I also pick out my clothes for the next day, so I don't have to worry about it in the morning. After I'm done preparing, I make sure I have a glass of water by my bed. Staying hydrated is important, even during the night. Finally, before I climb into bed, I do a little bit of stretching. This helps to relax my muscles and prepare my body for a good night's sleep. I do a few simple stretches, nothing too strenuous, just enough to help me unwind and get ready for sleep. Once I've finished all these tasks, I turn off the lights and get into bed. I make sure I'm comfortable. and then I close my eyes and let myself drift off to sleep. Once I'm done with my nighttime routine, it's off to bed to rest for another busy day. So, that's a peek into my typical day. I start bright and early with a good stretch and a hearty breakfast. Then it's off to work where I immerse myself in the day's tasks. After work, I unwind, maybe watch a little TV or play with my pet. As the evening winds down, I prepare for bed and reflect on my day. And that's what a typical day looks like for me. Thanks for spending a day with me.
Let's learn new words and practice English with the topic, my daily routine, what I do every day at level A1. Wake up. Wake up to stop sleeping and become awake. Example, I wake up every morning at 7 o'clock to start my day. Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast, the first meal of the day, eaten in the morning. Example, I eat breakfast after I wake up. Usually, it's cereal or toast. Go to school. Go to school, to leave home to attend school for education. Example, I go to school at 8 o'clock. My mom takes me there by car. Study. Study, to learn about a subject, usually at school or university. Example, I study many subjects at school, like math and English.
Thank you for watching. Like, write a comment of more than 4 words to support us, and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. Goodbye.